Hi, my name is Kayla Capper, and I'm a graduate student at the University of Michigan. The title of my talk is Pumping the Brakes on Cancer. Unfortunately, almost everyone knows someone who has been affected by cancer. Cancer is one of the leading causes of death within the United States and worldwide. The National Cancer Institute estimates that nearly 40% of men and women will be told that they have cancer at some point during their life. Now, significant progress has been made when it comes to treating cancer, but it is clear that we need better cancer therapies. So in order to understand how we might think about making better cancer treatments, we must understand the difference between normal cells and cancer cells. In the cells of our body, there are proteins, these tiny machines that perform crucial functions for the cell. One important protein that is needed for the cell to function is called an oncogene. Normal cells need this to function, much like the gas pedal in a car. Think of this road and cars collectively as the DNA in your cell. This is the building block of life. Normally, the cars move along just fine. They have a functioning gas pedal. But occasionally, there is a car accident or damage to the DNA. When this happens, the cell has a system in place to repair the damage. First, a protein called MR11 acts as a good Samaritan and calls 911. The police show up and help to slow down and direct traffic so there are no more accidents. MR11 is also a repairman and helps to fix any damage from the accident, along with some other helpers necessary to repair the damage to the DNA. Once the damage is fixed, everything goes back to normal. Now, some types of cancer have a mutation in an oncogene, which acts like a jammed gas pedal. As you can imagine, this causes a lot of car accidents or damage to the DNA. In order for this damage to be repaired in the cancer cell uses MR11 and the other helpers, just like the normal cell. So it is important to understand which proteins are essential for cancer cell survival, and this is the focus of my project. Now, your initial thought might have been to give the cancer cell more MR11 so that it can repair all of the damage. But these are cancer cells we're talking about. They are still growing and dividing, causing that clump of cells we call a tumor to get bigger. So better yet, how can we kill the cancer cells? Well, based on experiments in my lab that I'm going to tell you about now, there might be a better way to specifically kill the cancer cells. My lab studies a mouse that develops tumors with a jammed gas pedal. When we remove MR11 from those cells in the mice that develop the tumors, they no longer develop that type of cancer. So the idea is that without MR11, the damage to the DNA in the cells does not get repaired. More cars come along and more accidents happen. So when there is so much damage in the cell that is not getting repaired, this can cause the cell to die, even cancer cells. So based on those studies in our lab, we believe MR11 is important for tumor cell survival. We are currently working with drugs that inhibit the functions of MR11. Much like blindfolding or handcuffing the repairman so that he can't do his job. Not allowing him to do his job could increase that amount of damage in the cancer cells and could cause them to die. Now, there are a lot of tests that need to be done before we see these specific drugs being used in the cancer clinic, so don't expect to see them anytime soon. But we believe we are just a little bit closer to finding better cancer drug treatments.